Hold on, there's a cat in the tent. Nami? Nami? Oh, there's a cat jumping out of the grow tent. Hello there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jonna and I run a plant shop from home called Plants with Benefits. In this video, I'm gonna do some chores for my own plants. I recently moved from house and one of my friends, she's also a plant girly. She took care of some of my plants. Well, most of my personal plants, and some of them have a little bit of a rough time. For the Alocasia, I'm gonna dig for some corms. And I will just see from there how it goes. Maybe it needs an upsize, maybe it doesn't, maybe they have some rot. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's start with this silver dragon. This is a beautiful silver dragon which is growing in pond. This species is super nice, it's very sturdy, but it maybe is outgrowing the pot, and I noticed there is a couple of corms sticking out, so this one probably needs a repot. Oh, there's a cat jumping out of the grow tent. Because pond is a little bit messy as it's wet, I'm gonna use a bin. This is a bin of fresh pond. It's very heavy, but it's just Lechuza pond. I'm gonna first remove one of the corms that's already sticking out. It's a one leafer. It does have a dried out root, but the other ones are quite healthy. I'm gonna put this one apart. I will also replant all the corms, or it depends on the amount of corms, but sprouted corms I will replant in their new planter because I would love to have a big one. I'm gonna lift it by the big chunk. Oof. As you can see, there's quite some roots at the bottom. Most of these are quite healthy. They look brown because of the dust from the pond. I'm gonna lift it out and wiggle it a little bit. Ta-da! I see another sprouted corm. This one has 2 leaves. And I actually do see quite some roots that are rotted, so I'm going to remove them by hand. Oh, there's quite some rotted roots actually. There is a ginormous corm. Look how big it is. I found another corm. I am not really pulling anything. I'm just touching the roots to see if they are firm. If they are, I will just let it be, and if they're not, I will gently remove them from the root ball. And they come off very easily. I think these plants have a little bit of shock because they were in a south-facing window in my old house, and they went into a quite different spot. They went onto her attic, which don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful that my plants could visit her house for a while because I was just overwhelmed with the renovation. Ooh! Oh. Look at this! It has a root sticking out. Crazy. I'm actually quite happy if I can keep the plants in their current pots because I'm struggling a little bit with, you know, space. I have rinsed the roots. It has plenty of roots left. It could probably benefit from an upsize, but I'm not gonna bother. For the corms, I'm gonna gently peel them. As you can see, there's quite a bit of it looks a little bit like tree bark around it. You can gently remove it with your nail or with a scraper, and in my opinion the corms rot way less if you remove the little skin. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is put some pond in the pot so the main plant is like stable. Alright, there's quite a big layer of pond in here. So what I'm gonna do is, in the layer of pond, I'm just gonna drill a little bit of a hole with my finger, and I'm gonna put the corms with the roots in there already. And then also the other one. And then last, I'm gonna put the corms in. I hope the sound is not too bad because the tent is circulating its air right now, which is maybe a little bit loud for you. I apologize. I just put all the corms in and I will backfill it now. And this is plant number 1. She's all done. Plant number 2 is this Alocasia Gaugiana. I think she has some root rot going on, so I just want to take a look. There are quite some roots, but they look very, very dry. So the thing I'm going to do is see if I can, if I can take them off without pulling, and they just come off right at the touch of my hand. I'm gonna pull gently. That is one big root ball. I'm gonna gently massage the root ball to see if there's any root rot, and I can immediately tell that there is, unfortunately. It looks very dry overall. These are the roots that we're dealing with. Because this plant is getting quite... I thought I saw a trip, but it was some dust, thankfully. Now I'm paranoid. Because this plant is getting quite long, with long petioles, I want to put it in a little bit of a bigger planter so it doesn't topple over. And I think this one will be just fine. Yes, look at that. This is a good fit. It looks good. I maybe should have planted it a little bit deeper. I'm gonna redo it. Okay, I'm gonna put it like this. This is better. It's much more stable now as well. And I have one corm that I'm gonna peel. I'm going to stick the corm just somewhere random. And then this is her new situation. And then actually the last plant, it is a Philodendron patriciae, and it looks like it has had some thrips or unfurling issue. I noticed that it's very, very loose in the pot, so I guess it's root rot. Okay, this is not good. As you can see, the bottom roots are completely rotted away, so I am going to cut it. And I'm also gonna chop some of the stem off. The stem looks good though. I'm going to try to remove the roots from the moss. There it is. It does have some roots, not a lot. At least not a lot of healthy ones. Alright, I think it's fixable though. I am going to propagate this in a cup with sphagnum moss. This is just a tall plastic cup. and this will be its home for the upcoming time. Just a little reset. I am going to treat it for thrips and spider mites. I'm going to do that with most of the plants that I got back anyway, because I can't really take any risks. And then I also have a tiny repotting project. This is a Verrucosum mint variegated. It's very difficult to see the mint variegation because it's rarely there. I do want to give it a moss pole so I can keep it in a pot with their roots into a moss pole. I've had great experiences with the normal Verrucosum on the moss pole, so I do want to give this one a try as well. So I already prepared a tiny moss pole. This is the smallest one I have, and I'm just going to repot it as usual. It wasn't quite a bit of a chunky mix for its size, but it does have very good looking pink roots. I am going to place it in a more tree fern fiber heavy mix. So I'm going to get the moss pole, put it in a pot, fill it up with a little bit of sphagnum moss, I'm going to fill it up with a little bit of aroid mix. So the pot itself is filled for about a third, and then the moss pole is filled with the aroid mix until the top of the cup, or like the pot. Then I will try my best to pin the stem of the plant. Now it's anchored to the moss pole. I'm going to fill it up completely. As you can see, the leaves are kind of all over the place, but within a week or two the leaves will just face the light source. So I will give it some light from the front, and because it doesn't really have active aerial roots yet, I am not going to fill up the moss pole completely. I'm just going to add a tiny little layer. This was already the end of this video. I want to thank you so much for watching all the way until the end. Don't forget to like this video if you did enjoy it, and maybe leave a comment if you have any experiences with Pon. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!